Good evening, everyone. We'll be getting started shortly.
All right, good evening. We want to welcome you to our Miracles in the Marketplace Anthology Interest Meeting. We're going to get started. We shouldn't be on here too long. We'll have the replay available for you as well. So let's get started. Pastor Celeste, are you ready to go? You have everything you need?
Yes, hold on one second.
I'm going to...
I've got your presentation. Hold on.
Well, I'm gonna, all right, so before we get going and starting, let me share a little bit about Miracles in the Marketplace. And okay, so Miracles in the Marketplace, some of you know, it was done back in, I want to say a little, well, I was going to say roughly 2 years ago or so, is when I did an masterclass and a summit interviewing marketplace leaders who've had great success in the marketplace or have really seen miracles in the marketplace. And we had a tremendous amount of people to sign up and participate in that. That is still available online to watch and listen via globalpropheticinstitute.com. And also, we will be releasing it as a podcast coming up prior to convocation, our prophetic convocation. So my name is Dewan Holmes. For those of you who don't know, I'm the founder of GICMP, which is the Global Institute of Church and Marketplace Prophets, also GICMP Ministries. And I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a TV journalist by trade, meaning I've also done lots in media and publishing. And so we are doing lots of publishing right now and even helping others publish. And so that's one of the reasons we're doing this, to help some new authors become authors or would-be authors become authors, but also to really penetrate the market on marketplace ministry, what it is, what it isn't, and what that looks like in today's society. So I've asked Pastor Celeste Payne, who's also works with me and is a partner in publishing, to join us and present what this is going to be about to explain anthologies, and we are ready to go. But again, we'll have the replay available for you as well. All right. Let me see what I need to do for you. All right. Are you ready, Pastor Celeste? I'll yield to you.
Yes, I am. Okay, there can I come? All righty. So welcome everyone. I'm going to be sharing with you just the power of the anthology and how it can help you amplify your brand, your ministry, whatever message that you have. I've personally used anthologies to pretty much level up my visibility and my voice in the marketplace. And so I'm going to share our presentation. So when Apostle Dewan and I started talking about this, she had, as she said, her Miracles in the Marketplace podcast and interviews, and she was like, oh, there's got to be other people who have stories to tell for how God has moved for them and perform miracles in the marketplace. So that's when we decided to go ahead and work on this collaborative book together. And so what I wanted to start out with is, what is an anthology? So an anthology is basically a collection of literary works strung together in a book centered around a particular topic. Some of the more famous anthologies, if you remember back in the day, they used to do Chicken Soup for the Soul, and they would have several authors come together and put a book on a particular topic. When I looked last night, there was like Chicken Soup for the Black woman, Chicken Soup for the Soul of Mothers, So that's basically what it is. We are offering readers a rich and a diverse experience from one topic, but from different people of different backgrounds, different experiences, that helps share the story. And really, as we're doing one about miracles in the marketplace, just showing how many different ways God actually moves for his people. So I just put two of the ones I've been in since the pandemic. I think I've probably been in like 6 anthologies, because I was introduced to it during the pandemic. I in 2019, I believe it was, I was a finalist, kind of on the, not the A stage people, but the maybe B or C stage people for the Essence Festival. And they liked everything I did, but they said, we don't know you. And so they said, you have to start doing some things so that you have this wider digital footprint. And one of the things that I did was participated in these books. So as you can see on the back covers, typically they'll show who's in the book. And I'm in both of these, and I'm in about 4 or 5 others. All of these became like bestsellers when we first released, and I still sell them today, have them copies and sell them. So the focus of the anthology is that we're looking for about 20 marketplace leaders to share their stories of experience a miracle in the marketplace. That could be in your business, that could be maybe someone being, like Apostle Dewan tells a story about her being in a real estate conference and somebody gets healed in the conference. She prays for them. It could be breakthrough, how God gave you insight on how to create income or increase for your organization. It can be anything, but what you would consider a miracle in the marketplace. And Apostle Dewan may be able to give some more examples later, or if you have questions about that, please put your questions in the Q&A. I believe it's unlocked for you to do so. So what are the advantages of participating in an anthology? And so will give you professional exposure. One of the things that can't not be taken away from you is if you have a story on the internet, if you have a press release, it's going to be on the internet forever. And when somebody types your name, it's going to pop up. So it provides you a prestigious platform for authors to showcase their work, significantly boost your visibility within the literary community. Partnering with Apostle Dewan as a TV news journalist by trade and someone who's a master in marketing, this is going to boost your exposure and allow you to be seen in arenas that you may not have been seen before, and allow you access to that platform. Accomplishment, you feel great. I'm gonna tell you, you feel great after that first book, and then you just want to keep doing it over and over and over. Networking opportunities. So one of the things that I have been able to do is to not only connect with people externally who've read my stories or heard my story, is networking with all of the women in the books that I've been in. And so most of the books I've been in are women. This book is not geared just towards women, but you network with everyone there. And so what happens is you begin to share your platform, they share their platform, and then your footprint gets larger. Your digital footprint gets larger. And then it has skill enhancement. It offers you a unique learning experience, because through the publishing process, you're going to learn some stuff. So probably, I know with going through the editing process, they're going to have to be, you're going to learn how to present yourself. We even have a marketing training to help you work through how you're going to market yourself, because when you're in a book, yes, the goal is visibility, but you also want to make some money and get on some stages that can get you, your book might sell for $15, but your message could put you on thousands of dollar honorarium stages. So how we're going to do this? So we're going to basically, we have a fee structure. We'll show you that later. That will help cover all the marketing, because we will have to have the covers done, editing, the graphic design. If you've ever followed Apostle Dewan's regular pages and her brand on demand pages, like, she knows how to put out billboards, do Google ads, target people, and all of that costs money. And as we pay our submission fees, we pool that money together. We pool smaller amounts together in order to reach our larger goal. So we're going to have a word count. We still are deciding what that is. So you're going to have a submission that is a certain number of words that will not only include your story, but it will also include like your bio and your picture. You will have a participation fee. Of course, there'll be some theme that will be centered around, and then we'll have a submission period. So there's going to be a time, and knowing Apostle Dewan, she likes structured time. So we'll set the time, and if you want to be in it, there's going to be a deadline for you to declare your desire to be in the anthology. And then there's going to be a deadline for when your chapter is due, because we have to send it to an editor, because we have to make sure the wording and stuff is on point. So we do have marketing and promotion, a strategy for that. So in order to be successful, I was taught that you can develop a six-figure income as an author, and like a self-published author. That's outside of the like if you were in a larger Baker, and I forgot the name of them, but one of those, we couldn't hear you.
HarperCollins, people like that.
Okay, HarperCollins,
yeah.
So
payment up front.
Yeah, and those, they give you money, and then, but in this way, you could still leverage this book and earn money by selling the book, by creating all kinds of stuff that we'll talk to you in when we do the marketing and promotion. So we'll have a pre-launch strategy, which mostly deals with graphics showing that you're in the book and showing that you have a story to tell. We'll show you how to set up your store, because you will pre-sell your books. One of my strategies is go into the day that the book comes out with enough money to cover the cost that you paid to get in the anthology and to buy books so that you could sell them. So we have a strategy for that. We have a launch strategy where what we do coming to the actual launch of the book include that, and that includes like even a launch party, and also having, you know, people actually buy a certain number of copies of the ebook that helps us get to that #1 status. And then a post-launch strategy. So while we're going through the process, we will take you through some marketing tips so that after the book is released, I know she said that it will be released during convocation. So there'll be some opportunities for you to speak and to be visible at convocation, as well as how do I take these pages that I wrote and launch a whole nother stream of income for myself. So we'll have that strategy also. So our marketing training has like 4 components and 4 values that we are going to instill in you. We're going to empower you with what you need to make money and to elevate yourself professionally and your visibility. We're going to, once we train you, it's not only going to make you more successful, but it's going to help lift everybody up in the group. That marketing training, you could take and use it wherever you're in any profession. The stuff that Apostle Dewan even teaches about marketing, it will help you in any area that you're working in. And then you're going to understand what it means to support each other and work together. And then you're going to build collaborations amongst each other also. So we're going to go ahead and fill these dates in. Apostle Dewan and I are still finalizing the dates for this, but we know that the book is going to take 6 to 8 months, and we're already in April, May, June, July, August, September. So we're going to be on an accelerated time schedule. So it's all good. We're moving at the speed of Apostle Dewan. So we'll get it done. It'll take a month or 2 to edit the book. And then while we're starting, we'll be marketing heavily the whole process. Yeah. So we have several packages to get involved in, to secure your spot in the anthology. First is our basic package, which is $500, and that allows you to be included in the anthology. You're going to share your story, and you're going to wow them with your story. You're going to get some copies. We're still weighing out how many copies you're going to get, but basically your name will be listed, and your story title will be in the anthology as well as on our the website, and then you will be included in the press release and the e-blast that goes to all subscribers. And Apostle Dewan has a big email list. So then the second one is our standard package, which is $750. It includes a place further up front in the anthology. You get 10, like I said, we're going to work on how many copies of the book you get. You're featured, you'll have an author spotlight on social media, and you'll participate in a group author interview. And so let me tell you about that. So one of the things that happens when we put out a book is that other podcasters are looking for people to talk about particular subjects. And if we're talking about marketplace business, people are going to want us to be on. And so some of those spaces are limited. So those spaces will go to the standard and the premium people first, and then for these interviews. So promotion, there'll be specific mention in the press release and a targeted email blast for you. So if you're in the $750 standard package, you'll get a targeted email blast just about your participation. And then you'll get a 10% discount on any other additional books. So what happens is we give you your initial quantity of books is included in your package. And then if you want more books, you will get 10% off whatever that price is that we state for the author copies of the book. So I can tell you the one anthology I was part of, it wasn't the last one, second to last one. There was a lady who sold $1,000 in pre-sales of books. She was on it. She was a little older lady, and she had her little tablet, and she was getting people, and her books were, I forgot how much. I think she was selling her books for like $20, that book, because it was a thicker book. And she sold 50 copies before we even put it out, which covered her cost for the anthology and the cost of her books. And so she went into the project the day of release, she went in profit. And then, of course, the marketing training. So we'll give you the training sessions on how to enhance your visibility, attract clients, and increase book sales. So the second one would be the premium package, which is $1,000 to be in the premium package. And that's, of course, inclusion in the anthology. You will have placement before the standard package, closer to the front where like right after the forward and those things will be your premium package people. You have visibility. You'll have an exclusive author interview. You'll be able to do guest posts. And one of the things that we do is do like social media takeovers and stuff like that, where you'll be able to be on the platform the days that we take over other platforms. You'll be one of the people that would be on there. And you'll be able to promote your personal business platforms in a more visible way than the other packages. Now, we talked about the additional discount on the books. There is a minimum book, like when they're in chunks of, I believe we're going to do dozens, 12 at a time. So it'll be a discount on the bulk package of books, which will be in quantities of 12. And what I will tell you is once you start, like I have books now, I've run out of books because whenever I speak, people want to take something home that has my stamp on it. And that's what's going to happen for you with this. And of course, we'll do the marketing training. And then Apostle Dewan has some marketing trainings in some of her marketplace courses that we'll be giving you to help boost your knowledge and your confidence as a new author. And so I believe that's all that I had. And Apostle Dewan, we have any, I see we have some questions, or you want to add anything?
I think you hit on everything well. I think one last thing that we're considering adding or putting as a perk for those who want to upgrade is being on our convocation stage in September during, or being able to record on that stage if you wanted to record on the stage, or potentially an interview, but more like a recording, so that you can have professional video and what have you, as our theme and focus in September in Orlando is about marketplace ministry. It's a marketplace ministry edition, and our theme is innovate. And so, I'm sure some of you have seen this in secular stages where people invest to be on the stage to get the best recording, the best interview, and to have, presence. And so that's what we're looking to do as well. So we're going to answer the questions. What if you are in the process of your miracle? I think we would have to know a little bit more about what you feel your miracle is, or what is, because even in the process, there's still a story. And so if you can tell your story and how you got from A to M, and it's clearly, creating that miracle, then yes, we would be, that's something that we would consider. We also will look over the stories for approval first. Or let me say this, I'm very picky, so I don't want anybody to think they're just going to submit their stuff and we're going to say yes. So we will have an approval process where you'll fill out the application, tell us what your story is going to be about, and then we'll make a decision, and then contact you and let you know. That's, unless I just know that I know you, and we understand that it's that. For those, it's fine. But hopefully this makes sense. It's related to your real estate career. Yeah, I mean, all of those things are miracle worthy. Okay. And it's really just learning how to tell the story in a great way. But, miracles are situations and happenings that are abnormal, that happen outside of the realm of the natural realm. And that is clear that there's been some sort of divine intervention. All right. And so we'd be happy to, review your story if you send us an email or tell us that about that process, and then we can put you on the right track and say, hey, yay, nay, yay. All right. But great question. All right. Any other questions? Or do you remember any questions, Pastor Celeste, that we need to answer? I think we've done a great job. I think you've done a great job.
So I think one question might be, are there payment plans?
Oh, yes, there will be payment plans that adhere to the most amount of payment plans that we would do would be four for that $1,000 package. But again, it's going to be very important that all payments are in before we publish the book, because it allows us to be able to really plan the budget and see how many, complimentary copies you get and what everything looks like. So yes, payment plans are going to be available immediately. All righty. Anything else? Let's see. Did we miss anything else? Or anyone else have a question? Feel free to raise your hand, or you can come to the Q&A section and ask. I believe we've hit on everything. We will make this available. It's going to be available automatically on demand. You may have to put your information in there one more time, but you'll get an email in the next 24 hours explaining going through these as well, and then giving you the final details and sales page on how to apply and be ready to rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we're doing press releases, and we'll give you, again, our tips in the marketing session is worth every penny of what you will invest, because it'll not only help you here, but it'll help you in general. And one of the things that we're going to be discussing is how to get on, your local TV news, and, what that looks like, as that's what I do on a regular basis. All right, we have one more. Yes, Dr. Lugenia Rucker, there will be a replay. You may have to sign up again. It's on automatic demand, on demand. So you'll get, but you know what? You came on, so you'll get an email with a replay, I believe. And then you're on my email list. So yes, we'll send it out. All right, I think that's all. Anything else? Can you think of anything else? If you have any other questions, you can always email us at wherever you received this email is where you can email us. Or if you saw it on a post, you can do that. And I think we are ready to go. Our deadline for application most likely is going to be within the next 20 to 30 days. By May 15th, 2024, we hope to have all the authors solidified, and our first round of marketing will go out within 30 days from that, congratulating you on partnering with us to be an author in Miracles in the Marketplace. All right. And then we have a clear plan of what will happen monthly in order to leverage the book, the brand, and of course, your partnership in it.
I just want to say one more thing. Just how I've been able to leverage these anthologies. I have been on so many video podcasts. I've been on regular television too, but for someone who was just coming into being seen and my voice being heard, I have been on so many just platforms and been exposed to so many different people and audiences, and it really built my confidence to be able to share my voice and my message outside of just a church platform. And so that's one of the things it did for me. And then it actually helped me to really find my true niche, because the area where I was getting the most response from really came out of me playing with these anthologies. And when she talked about the price point, I was a part of a boot camp for women, and they included anthology and different things like that. It costs almost $3,000. I know Apostle DeJuan has spent way more than that doing stuff, but to be able to be in a book, be on these platforms, and have it for $1,000 or less is amazing.
All right, I think that's it then. Again, I'm going to look one more time to make sure there are no more questions. And then she's going to pull us full circle on that, I guess now, or yes, she'll pull us full screen now. I'm looking one more time. All right, we're good. There are no more questions. But again, feel free, if you have something, you can email wecare@globalpropheticinstitute.com. I believe we've gotten all the information and all of the rates, and this will be on demand. It should be on demand immediately, but we will send out one more email tonight for you to review and be able to watch this over and over and over until you get that email with the link to sign up or to find out more. All right. Until then, have a spectacular evening and week. And thank you so much for joining us. Also, if you know anybody else who has a great testimony, a miracle in the marketplace that you feel would be great, I ask that you forward this information on to them and let them know what we're doing. Because again, the more the merrier. We have our limit potentially set at 20 because we already have, some high profile people that we've interviewed, that I've interviewed, that I will put in that. And so we'll be promoting that podcast as well coming up. All right. So I believe that it. Have a great evening. Are we good, Pastor Celeste? Good night. God bless each and every one of you.